Hey, my name is Jay, and in this video, we are finishing our first WordPress plugin. This is the second video. I will recommend to watch the first one so you can follow along. But in the first video, we created this plugin that says welcome and username, whatever it is. If you're not logged in, it's gonna say welcome and the name of the website. For example, this is welcome to I Eat Websites. So it's that simple right now. What I want to do in this video is to create a page for that plugin, and you can actually type whatever you want here. It can be welcome, it can be 90% off, it can be Merry Christmas, whatever you want, you just type it there. So my goal is if you don't type something, it will say welcome to whatever website. If you are logged in, it will say welcome username. So you will have those options there. So all we have to do is go into the dashboard, click on one of these things. It's going to be a new page that we are going to create. You can actually fill that field and then save it, and you're good to go. It will show here if you're not logged in. Sounds good? All right, let's go. Here is the code. This is what we did in the first video. All this code right here, very simple. So now my first thing is create that page. So I want that page to be somewhere here in appearance, maybe below appearance right here. We're gonna call it top bar, or you can call it whatever you want, honestly. So I'm gonna comment here, let's say top bar page. Plugin page. All right. So first thing, we're gonna create a function. And this function, I'm gonna call it top bar plugin page. It can be whatever you want. I'm gonna scroll down a little bit. And there we go. That's better. All right. So here I'm gonna create a couple variables, and it's like, for example, the name, the title, the icon, all that is going to be there. So let's start by page title. It's going to be equal to whatever you want that page title to be. I'm going to call it top bar options. Let's close that. And then second variable is going to be menu title. It's going to be equal to what? It can be top bar. I think something simple. Another variable, this is the capability. So you need to be something specific to actually have access to that page. This is manage options. This log, this needs to be something unique. So I'm gonna call it top bar plugin. I think that's fine. The callback, this is gonna be the function that is gonna render whatever we're gonna have on that page, right? If we're gonna have some fields, some whatever HTML you're gonna have there, buttons, this is the function that is gonna render. So let's name it top bar page HTML, just to understand what it is. We're gonna create this function later, okay? Just let you know. You can name it whatever you want. Next is gonna be the icon. WordPress has a lot of options for icons. I'm gonna put a link in the description so you can actually go ahead and take a look at them. All you have to do is put the name. So for example, this one is like a schedule that I think it looks good for this because you will see why. So it's called dash icons hyphen schedule. They have a lot of other icons. Doesn't have to be this one, okay? And the position, last one. It depends on the number here, but the position is where do you want it here? Do you want it all the way down, all the way up, in between, after appearance, before appearance? I want it after, so it's gonna be something like 60, okay? Actually, it's gonna be a number, not a string, so remove those. There you go, that works. And now we need to actually put this all together, and we're gonna do add menu, page title, comma, in that order, menu title, comma, the capability, capability, comma, the slug, the callback, the icon, and the position. All right, and now that we have that function ready to go, all the variables, we're adding the menu to the page, we need to actually add that hook, add action. It's gonna be admin menu, comma, and that function, this we can just copy and paste it. All right, and I think we're good to go. If I save this, we're supposed to see something new in this navigation. So let's save it. Let's reload this page. There you go. We have the top bar, that little schedule icon, and I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like it has like a bar at the top here, so that's why I did it. But there's a bunch of icons. Let's click, and right now it's totally empty. There's nothing, but at least we have that and it's looking good. So let's go ahead and start creating more for this plugin. Remember, what I want to do is add a field, something very basic. One field that you can put stuff there and save it. All right, and it's supposed to save in the database and we can get that data. So let's go ahead and start doing that. I'm gonna create a function, new function. Let's call it top bar register settings. All right, this is very important, register setting. First one is the group, so we're gonna call it top bar options group. I'm gonna add links to the description of the video so you can read more about what is register setting, what you can do with it. What we're doing here is very simple. You can do a lot more, but go there and learn more about it, okay? And now this is our field, so let's call it top bar field. And that's it for now, okay? So what we're gonna do is now add action. Admin init, comma, and what we're gonna do here, top bar register settings. Let's copy and paste. And now I'm gonna create, if I scroll up, I don't know if you remember this top bar page HTML. I'm gonna create that function and we're gonna render some HTML with the fields and all that stuff. So let's do that. That's the fun part. So function, we're gonna call it that. So I'm gonna just, I just copy and paste it. That's our function. And here we're gonna have some HTML. So what I'm gonna do here, right after the bracket, the opening bracket, I'm gonna close the PHP. That way we can use HTML, okay? There you go, we closed it. And what I'm gonna do here, before I'm gonna actually open the PHP here, and now we can have HTML in between. So we're closing PHP and then we're opening again, and then we can continue coding more PHP down here. All right, let's go ahead. So first I'm gonna create a div with a class of wrap. This is actually the class of wrap comes with WordPress, and I'm gonna create my own. So I'm just gonna be top bar, let's call it wrapper. Yep, wrapper. Let's close that div. Actually, I want to test it, so let's just create a paragraph testing. And let's save it. Now you are in the page right here. Let's reload. And here, I don't know if you can see it, pretty small, but let me zoom in. Oh gosh, sorry. I messed it up. All right, there's a testing right there. So it's working, it's rendering. Our HTML is rendering, the paragraph is rendering, looking good. So now I'm just gonna remove that. And I'm gonna create a form, all right? Form. The method is gonna be, oh my god, if I can, it's gonna be post action equals to options PHP. All right, I'm gonna close that form, and we're gonna do some stuff in between right here. All right, so the first one that I'm gonna add is the settings errors. If we have an error or success, it's gonna tell us. There's gonna be a little bar saying, error, whatever, or we're gonna see it later. So it's gonna be, let's open PHP, settings, errors. That function, and we want to close it again. All right, then that's it. Remember, a lot of these functions, they comes with WordPress already. It's not that I'm creating a new function and then I'm going to set it up. No, this is WordPress. So let's open PHP again. Settings, fields. Close it here. And now here inside the settings field, we need to add this group, the option right here, this group. So let's copy and paste it. All right. Let's actually close here this functions. And now we need a label for the field that we're going to create. So this label is going to be for the top bar. Let's call it top bar field. This can be something unique. So this is going to be like an ID for that field. So top bar field. Let's call it eat. Very unique. Let's close it. Label. And this label is going to be top bar text. Just like this. All right, input. The type is text. It's going to be a text input. The value is going to be whatever we put there. Okay. So I'm just going to close it. And in between here, the value, we're going to open a PHP. And we're going to echo out get option. All right. And here's the trick. This is how we're going to get that value. And this is called, if you go up here, it says top bar field. I'm going to paste it right there. So get option, top bar field is our value. Whatever we write on that field is going to be top bar field. Okay. And we can get that data with the get option function. All right. Now let's close the PHP right there. And now, very, very important, the actually submit button. So let's go there. Again, open PHP. Submit button. Remember, this comes with WordPress, okay? Close PHP. Make sure you close function here just in case you don't want any errors because of it. And I think we are good. Let's test it. Let's save it. Let's reload. And now you can see we have the label here, the top bar text, and then we have that field and the submit button. All right. So let's go ahead and write something. Save. And I think it's working. Let me see. Let's go to another place and let's go back. And as you can see, we have our value saved and it's returning how it's supposed to return. So something that I'm noticing that I really like to fix here, the name of the input, I want to add that, and that's gonna be the we can add top bar field to that name. There you go, and a unique ID, and we're gonna put the top bar field eat. All right, making sure that that's there. All right, so let's go ahead and add something else. Yep, I want Merry Christmas. Let's save that. We have Merry Christmas. Let's test it again, making sure that it's saving and it's staying there. Yep. So that means that this is already saved in our database and it's coming from the database using the get option function, okay? So what I'm gonna do now is go all the way up here to our first code. And this one that is saying, if the user is not logged in, return welcome to whatever website. And if it's logged in, then it's gonna say welcome back and whatever user. All right. I changed this a little bit. And I know that we had welcome here in the first video. So I'm going to encourage you to change it. That way it's easier. So it's going to be welcome to right here or welcome back. So what I'm going to do is here, if the user is not logged in, I'm going to create another if statement. Okay. So it's going to be then the else. So let's add welcome to the name of the website only if there is nothing here. All right, so I'm gonna go here to the get option top bar field. I'm just gonna copy that. I'm gonna scroll up and I'm gonna say if it's not, all right, if this is empty, if this is null or whatever it is, if we don't have this field, what are we going to do? We're gonna return this. So let's change it back to here. We can actually, you know what? Let's leave it like that. Let's remove the exclamation. So it's gonna be if it's true. So if there's something here, let's return that. Return the get option top bar field. So if we have something, we're gonna return this instead of the welcome. If it's not, then we're gonna say welcome to whatever name of the website. So let's save that. And I'm gonna go to the website here. Let's reload. And now remember, we're logged in, so we're gonna be returning whatever username. But let me go ahead and open an incognito and go to the website. Let's just copy the URL, incognito. That way we're logged out. There you go, Merry Christmas. So it's working, but what I wanna do is if we remove the whole thing, let's go back here. Let's just remove this. Let's save it. Settings save. Let's reload. Welcome to I Eat Websites, which is the name of my website. Let's do it again. Let's write something else. I don't know, 50% off this. I don't know. You know what? Free shipping. Let's save that. Let's reload. Free shipping. So we have now a whole, I can think of like, this is now a good plugin that people can use. It's a real world scenario that someone can actually use on their website, maybe their e-commerce, whatever they want. Now, I want to add some CSS. This maybe it's working, but I'm more like a designer. I always want to throw some CSS there, even if it's not a big deal for people. So all I'm gonna do is, let's go back. Let's go to my code. Let me close this. Let's go all the way to the bottom. Right here, we can keep adding PHP here. I'm gonna do add action. Admin head. So I'm gonna add some code to the admin head, and we can call this function top bar style. All right. And now here, function top bar style. All right, and we're just gonna echo out some inline CSS, and I'm just gonna copy and paste it. Here you go, some inline, oops, we have here a typo function, there we go. Echoing out some CSS, as you can see, inline. And what we're doing is, you can see the top bar wrapper class, which is the one that I added here. So I'm adding all the CSS to the admin head section, all right? So this CSS is only added to the, when you're logged in this dashboard, all right? So I'm gonna save that. Let's reload here. And there you go. You know, it's not something out of this world, but it's different. You know, I just changed, now the field is huge, and then the button has some cool gradient stuff going on. So something to throw in, every time you create something, make sure you go the extra mile to make it look good instead of just, oh, it's working and that's it. All right, so this is done. I hope you like it. I hope you learned something new. This whole code, you can get it from a link in the description of the video. Remember, there is a lot that you can learn. I'm gonna put everything I can on the description of the video. Go there and keep learning. That's it. Subscribe if you want to keep learning, and click on the bell icon to receive notifications every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day. Bye bye.